Big Sugar, happy Friday to you too, darling. Cheers to the one we call Big Sugar. Yeah, pretty fair for a square. Feel like I'm stuck in mud. I'm not getting enough done. Feels like um, should definitely be operating at a higher frequency, dealing with a couple of setbacks as far as the Mech and Gat show is concerned. Nothing too crazy, just little audio glitches that now we got to fix before we can put a full episode out. I probably shouldn't be telling y'all this, but it's y'all, and it's nothing. It's literally nothing to fix. Probably won't even affect the rollout date. It just annoys me whenever I run into issues that I feel are unnecessary, easily avoidable. That kind of shit always annoys the hell out of me. Seven Saga, what up? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. One time for everybody. Brothers and sisters, I guess we can get the party started now. Brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, blingins and blisters, I would like to welcome you to the garage, home of the worldwide mechanics. I'm your lead mechanic, Mech Rashawn. As always, getting the party started. You know what it is. Likes, hypes, subs. That's how you show your boy love. If you're not a mechanic, please, please, by all means, subscribe. Join us on this Good Friday. And every Friday we pull up is Good Friday. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Keep your eyes on these shirts. Over the next couple of, I'm about to show out shirt wise. It's about to be something different. About to put y'all on to my t-shirt game. You think oh God. Ah, yeah, that hurts. You think my hoodie game is something. My hoodie game is better than my t-shirt game. I'm telling you that right now. But my t-shirt game is exceptional. One time for Calvin Campbell. UK mechanic in the building. Seven Saga again. Shout out to you. Big Sugar as always. Shout out to you. Christopher Wilson. Mike check. Good to see you. Jig Holly. You already know what it is. Salute. Thank you for pulling up. One more again. In the words of Big Sugar, happy Friday to everybody. Hope y'all having the best. We got 12 people watching. Feel free to make a comment. Feel free to come on down here. Just keep in mind that the vibe is protected at all costs by any means necessary. So please just allow the vibe to be the vibe and we won't have any issues. You should know super chats, gems, all welcome. Anything that comes through this channel financially is getting reinvested back into this channel so I can make this as lit as possible for the good people watching. Um, and yeah, basically that's it. I want to talk hip hop. I want to talk hip hop. Just, what up? Somebody just said Just is here. Yeah, it is she. Just. What up? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Calvin, how you feeling, man? You was a little under the weather last time. How you feeling, bro? Let us know something. We need status updates from our UK connection. All right, Tiffany Blue in the building. What up, sis? Good to see you. Yeah, just you too. You gotta I need status updates from everybody. Please say something. Jesus La Cuna. Are you in a gang? See how dumb that was for you to ask something stupid like that? What first of all, shout out to B74. I told you she protects the vibes at all costs. That was your fault. Second of all, if I was in a gang, I would not broadcast that across the internet. That was a stupid thing to ask. He comes in a lot asking that. Yeah, well, that's why I'm addressing it now that he can't say anything back. That's a stupid question to ask. If I was, I wouldn't tell anybody. I'm a grown ass adult. Second of all, no, you fucking idiot. What about me makes you think that no. I'm a hip hop head. That's all I care about. I'm a hip hop head. I don't care about anything else. Shout out to just starting off again with the bully foot. $20 super chat. Thank you, lady. One time we give that a heart and a like. Much love, King OD. That's another dumbass question. Are you in a gang? Well, you know what? You would be dumb enough to tell me. That's a stupid question. We ought to get the F out of here, gang. And there you are, getting the F out of here. It, it Let's keep it a buck, Mac. You're in the best gang, and we in here. I see, Calvin. You starting off early with your bullshit. Huh? That's what you gonna do. You gonna start. We just got here, and this what you doing? All right. I say how you feel. As we hydrate, yes, sugar. You're welcome. Just you know what's love. You know what's love in here. Yo, fellas, you're not gonna get past my. You're not gonna get past my hitter. Like the dumb questions you ask, you're not gonna get past my hitter. And another one. Oh, y'all must have got together today. But we got bullets for that. Like you won't make it past. Riz, what up? Justin Taylor. That's nah. Go ahead, Just do your thing. Yeah, go ahead, B. Do your thing. Yeah. You gotta keep the vibes. You gotta keep the vibes. Jeez, Louise. Y'all can't want attention this bad. Maybe it's a grown up thing. Fix a lot. Thank you for the jewels, King. 100. I'm assuming you're a king. I don't know why I should do that. Or queen. Thank you for the fix. Thank you for the jewels. Much appreciated. Jesus loves everyone, by the way. Yeah, like that's not something that needs to be broadcasted. I don't think anybody woke up today's name. I wonder if Jesus loves me. No, everybody knows that, bro. And that wasn't the subject at all. Um, Question: do you have all your articles from the source? Great question. Charlie Funk, what up? Good to see you. That's a nope. Fats Baltimore. Salute, King. Thank you for pulling up. Um, much appreciated. Um, oh boy. It looks like Sugar gonna have her hands full today. Tyrone in Cleveland, what up? Good to see you. Thank you for pulling up. Tiff, to answer your question, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. I do have them all. Winston, salute, peace. Thank you for pulling up. I want to get them digitized. I want to get like a scanner and just digitize all my articles. I don't have them handy. I have the magazines though. But it's a job. I would need to I would almost need to like either really sit down and do it or hire somebody to do it. There's a lot that I've written, and to be honest, I don't necessarily want to keep everything that I've written it in like a kind of archive. Some of them were pretty small. Some of them were just captions for like photos. I don't want to keep that stuff. Some of them like what maybe 2-3 sentence reviews or something. I don't need to keep that stuff. But like the big feature stories, those are the joints I would definitely want to hold on to. $5 super chat from my UK mechanic. Doing better except the migraine. So lost smell and taste again. Laugh out loud. But black, blessed, and highly favored. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking. And you're here, which is all we want. You in the building with us. So that's all we need. Um, Thank you for pulling up. Oh boy, melanin on 100. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever dose you got it in, as long as you got some, we rocking with you. You know, I'm rocking with you even if you melanin deficient. You just got to keep the vibes right. I'm not really on that kind of time, bro. Yo, Mecca, you and Jay Black would be a dope debate on hip hop. Just a thought. I never think about who I would debate. Um, hmm, interesting. That's an interesting thought. That's an interesting thought. Um, oh man, I still got cocoa butter in my bed. 8 9. Tell me your age without telling me your age. Walk in the chat and say 6 7. I'm not even mad at you till you get goofy, but that's not even goofy. B, you can leave him alone. Um, does anyone else suffer migraines in here? Do you lose your smell to any other? Yeah, please. If listen, if anybody can help Calvin get through a migraine or two, uh, please help bro out. We need him in his best condition while he's rocking with us. I don't either. I don't either. I only had one in my life, and I was it was after like not even a car accident. I just rolled over something real hard. I hit my head on the top of on the ceiling of the car and kind of jammed me up, and I got a migraine behind it. But nothing. I won't even pretend to be able to deal with what you're dealing. Know how to deal with what you got going. Um, Yolan, do I skate? That's been a minute. It's been years since I stepped on a skateboard. I'm pretty sure it's like riding a bike though. Omega Max, do you have a podcast? Yes, I do. It's called the Mech and Gat Show. If you've been looking for new pods, we just started releasing clips of our interview with Dame Dash. Seems to be blowing up pretty crazy. So check that out. Mech and Gat Show. The Mech and Gat Show is on YouTube over here. You can go check that out. Um, I just saw someone train their dog to alert them to migraines by having them smell their saliva when they feel one coming on. Wow. I know there are dogs that know when a seizure is about to hit, so that doesn't surprise me, but that's nuts. That's super nuts. I've suffered for 20 plus years with it, and I'm curious if others get issues like that, but I can take regular migraine meds because of the sickle cell, so I live with it like everything else. Hold your head, Calvin. Hold your head. Um, hold your head, please. That's part of my problem with society today. You think if scientists really wanted to distract us, if the powers that be really wanted to distract us, they throw us a bone and cure something. And with along with the STDs, migraines would probably be like in my top five. Like STDs, I know they won't do at least a couple forms of cancer, but she like STDs and I'm wilding right now. Dementia. I would love to see that get taken out the paint. I would love to hear that there's a cure for dementia and Alzheimer's. I would love for that and Parkinson's. Like just cure something for God's sake. Just get some of this stuff out of the let's some get some of that stuff out the paint. What's your take on the loaded Lux Hitman thing? I didn't know there was a loaded Lux Hitman thing. Didn't Lux already hand him an L? I know, Fats. I know. Which is why the first thing I said was I know they won't cure like, the big boys. They won't cure the big C because that they're making a mint off of it. But you'd think they'd at least get some of these smaller things out of the paint. Just toss us a bone again. Just come on, give a little something. Just Get rid of some of the small shit. Like, come on, man. Please. Supposedly in China they cure diabetes. I saw that, and I saw they cured sickle cell someplace too. Like I saw, that's what I'm talking about. Like, come on, man, just get some of this stuff out of the paint. Fats, I hear you. I hear you. But let's talk about this Kane, Jada, and Conway setup. First of all, I'm stopping everything. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane for setting this off. And I know Funkmaster Flex did something close to this a few years ago. But like a 16 bar challenge and just challenging the big dogs to just challenge. I don't care, bro. Just challenging the big dogs to get it popping. Um, I'm loving that. I am loving this. I need more of the OGs to issue this exact same kind of challenge to the MCs that they look up to. I need this to be a thing. I need this to be a thing. Yeah, we all hope you get. We all hoping you on the incline, Calvin. Um, Shout out to the smooth operator. One time for Dark Gable, Prince of Darkness, the only one we rock with. Um, KRS, BDK, Cool G Rap, and Rakim. I wish. I wish. Watch them four dudes on the track trying to outdo each other. My dude, like my hair might explode. Like, I'm not sure. Oh Lord, I don't know if that. I don't know if anybody is ready for that. First of all, Mount Rushmore is a perfect name. You could also call that album The Initiated because oh my God, those four dudes on the track. We finally get to like see who's really got it. Oh, that would be crazy. Okay, before we go down that road, it's not a cure. It's a treatment because you can't cure sickle cell. It's a DNA, which you have to rewrite criteria for treatment. It's very limited. Okay, got you, Calvin, got you, got you. Understood, got you. Um, understood, got you. Um, but I hope they make it affordable. You can get your hands on it, and it works for you. I just don't want to see the bro suffer. That's all that is. I would wish it was a cure, but I get what you're saying. It's genetic, so they can't. The Ukraine is in the building. Razor, salute. Thank you for pulling up. Hopefully, you subscribe, become a mechanic, man. Come on and join the crew. I told you the mechanics is worldwide. I never call us the world famous mechanics, but I call us the worldwide mechanics. We are literally on in all four corners of the globe. We just there. There's a mechanic there. If he got Wi-Fi and a love of hip hop, he's there. Hit the like, hit the hype, hit the subscribe, hit the sub. That's how you show your boy love. Please and thank you. Um, One time for the Ukraine, and y'all hold your head over there. Not to even get political, but hold your head, please. Um, Heat VSG, salute. Welcome to the room. Um, a winner. Yes, I am. Um, Shout out to you and Gat on the show. How often do the episodes drop? We're getting into like a roll. We're getting into like a rotation now. Like we're putting that together. 95% of the people with sickle cell that's who are the only ones that apply to when meet the criteria. Unfortunately, I'm one of those. I'm blessed, so it doesn't. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Again, Cal, I just want to see you on the incline. CJ, what up? What up? What up? What up? Good to see you, bro. Um, We've been on for 20 minutes, CJ. So that's by mechanism standards, you're right on time. You're fine. Um, yes, if that album is a thing, I'm reaching out to pardon this pardon this light flex here, but I'm definitely reaching out to Kane because I was today years old when I heard there was a possibility of those four gods of this thing doing an album together. CJ, we're talking about a possible album between Kane, Cool G Rap, Rakim, and KRS One. Just saying that sounds insane. Oh my god. If I could A&R that album, if I could A&R that album, if I could A&R that album. Heat, you did that to yourself, bro. Stay on point. Stay with the vibes. You did that to yourself. Fats, no. First, I don't think anybody should jack Kane's challenge, but I think somebody who already got down should challenge 38. Then let 38 challenge Graph. Then let Graph challenge Buster. Then let Buster challenge me. And I will challenge. Who would I challenge? Method Man. I would challenge Method Man. I would challenge Method Man to follow me. I'd write that. I challenge Method Man. That's exactly what I do. No, I'd want Buster to challenge me. I'd want Buster to involve me in this thing. This isn't the kind of thing I would just like involve myself. I always think that's kind of corny. Um, Best rap group of all time. Wu Tang. Top four would be Wu Tang, Tribe Called Quest, Mob Deep, and Outkast. EMD rounding out that five. Thank you so much, Dwayne, because I would have kicked myself had I forgot to mention the brothers from Brentwood, Long Island. Yeah, I would challenge Method Man though. I'd want Method Man to put his foot in that beat that's going around. Just come on, I'm gonna say Mob Deep. Queens get the money, but Mob Deep is definitely, in my opinion, one of the greatest groups of all time. Ask Q-Tip to stop by for a challenge. Do I like Redman? Does a bear shit in the woods? Do I count Red and Meth as a group? No, kinda, but not really. They're not really, not really. Two soloists who came together to make a couple of joint albums. I don't really count them as a group. Book Zombie, peace. Does a dog pee on trees? Word, word. That's what I'm saying. Who would? Yes, yes. Hit the likes, people. Shoot some likes in, please. Hit the like, hit the sub if you haven't subscribed already. Come on and join in. We have a good time on here. Um, no, who would I get to produce that album with the four that Marley Marl, Marley Marl, Q-Tip, Large Professor, Just Blaze, and Havoc. Three more I would also go holla at, and between those dudes, just get a pot and just start digging. just start digging. But Marley Marl is first. He'd be the first person I went to go get some tracks. Just Blaze would be number two. Really in no order, but just like Marley Marl, Just Blaze, Havoc, Marley Marl, Just Blaze, Havoc. Ooh, not, not, not. You ain't forget where Q-Tip is from. You ain't forget where Q-Tip is from. Just like you ain't forget where Large Pro is from. That would be the immediate circle that I would run to for tracks for that album, and can't be too many tracks. Can't be too many tracks. It would be I need to keep it at 10. Um, Pete Rock's not a bad idea. Pete Rock's not a bad idea, but you start. What happens is you start thinning it out. The more producers you start getting in the room, you start kind of thinning it out. I would take submission. Well, first of all, who's going to tell Pete Rock no? Um, I'm keeping it where I'm keeping it. I need people with a very and I need the album aggressive. Depending on how the fellas decide they want to do it, I'm thinking ninth is my guy, but that he's not. I'm following my first mind. He didn't pop into my brain when I started thinking this out. Um, and ninth is a problem. It's a professional problem. He didn't pop it. I think I would get ninth to mix it. I will go to ninth to like mix it. His ear is crazy. I will go for him to mix it. Yan, we're talking about a possible album between. Well, first we're talking about Big Daddy Kane issuing this bars challenge to Jada and Conway, and we kind of went over like what that would look like, and I was giving my thought on who um I was giving my thought on who I would challenge if at like the kind of run I would want it to go in. Conway challenged 38, 38 challenges Graph challenges Buster challenges me. I challenge Method Man. That's what I like. Method Man challenges Inspector Deck. Yeah, yeah. Clubber Lang, salute. Peace, peace. Thank you for coming. Thank you for pulling up. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, like and sub. That's how you show your boy love. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I like to see them do more modern stuff versus boom bap, but that is the audience. See, craft. This is the tightrope you have to walk when you're A&R on a project. You don't want to alienate the original audience. You want them to make their crowd happy, right? You also don't want it sounding dated. That's why I picked the guys that I picked. Like Havoc. I'm thinking about people who give timeless beats. Havoc also has, excuse me, Marley was the first on my list because he's familiar with what their sound, like where they're comfortable at. So he could provide some of those. Just Blaze is where I'm going for like more of the newish aggression. Havoc, timeless. Um, Large Pro, same thing. I'm looking for people who give like an overall music aesthetic. So I'm not really Madlib would be interesting, but I don't. No. Madlib would be. But bro, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Y'all are throwing out producers, and you're not wrong. But that's the problem. When it comes to artists like this making an album like this, it's rare that you can go wrong because these four dudes alone are like a cheat code. But I'd have to pick people who are not trying to remake their favorite insert Big Four name here song. Like I don't want somebody who's gonna try and recreate Microphone Fiend or recreate uh you know Raw. I don't want anybody trying to recreate their favorite sound. That would be something else. A&R wise, I don't want you to give me a recreation of your favorite Cool G rap record. I want you to make a banger and let these dudes just go nuts on it. Like just go crazy. I want to make like the 80s. I want the 80s version of Slaughterhouse to have like fresh life. So you got to be careful. You can throw it. There's almost no producer of any kind of reputable name who won't score with these guys. It's so hard to go wrong when we talking about these dudes specifically. How do you mess that song up? You could spit and hit the pocket. You could close your eyes like this, spit, hit a beat, put it on, and those four are gonna demolish it. They're gonna absolutely demolish it. I would also want to see what Questlove would do. In that same Q-Tip vein, I would want to see if Quest had an idea for that. I would want. I'm curious. I'm curious. I just hey, listen, working on this thing. Wanted to get your thoughts. You think what do you think this sounds like? How does it sound to you? Get some artistic direction from Quest. As much of a student of this thing that he is, Chamber Hilton. What up, man? Salute. Welcome to the room. Kareem Wiggins. I mean, I mean, hmm. Kev Brown. Y'all may not know about Kev Brown, but look him up. Y'all may not know about Kev Brown, but right up there with Knots, like just that timeless aggression. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, facts. Much appreciated. Thank you, man. Some hip hop shit. You know me. I'm on my hip hop shit. You already know what it is. Crisis again. Like none of these names are wrong names. None of these names are wrong names. You because they can't mess this up. It would just be a matter of picking through the beats and putting together a body of work. That now we're at the next stage. We'd have to sit down and figure out the theme because you don't want them just spitting, just going in. And between the four of them, we got to agree on what we're trying to say here. P Lion or Plion, I'm not sure. We're always talking about hip hop. There was a rumor that I'm addressing a rumor about a possible album between an album with Cool G Rap, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and KRS-One. Apparently, allegedly titled Mount Rushmore. Um, and oh man, we're just going over. I'm putting my A&R hat on, trying to figure out how I would put this album together. It's allegedly. I don't. Right now, we're playing fantasy football. We just put, you know what I mean. I no other title, right? Mount Rushmore. That's hard. That's a dope title. Um, I need a song on it called "The Initiated," though. Even if we don't name the album that, I need a song on there called The Initiated. Um, it would be fire. It would be fire. It would be such a dope project. And Kane being active the way he is, issuing these open bar challenges. You know what? Let's get to that part. Let's say we get that album. Let's say we get that album. Who's worthy of being featured? I'm gonna name a couple off the rip. I'm gonna name a couple off the rip because we got to name their sons. Um, Here's a concept. I think each person, each one of the four, should have a track with their immediate disciple, right? Their closest disciple. So I think Rakim should have a track with Nas. I think Big Daddy Kane should have a track with Jay. If time and space weren't an issue, I think Cool G Rap should have a track with Cool G Rap should have a track with Biggie. We should dig up a notorious verse that hasn't been used, and him and Cool G should trade bars. And for KRS One, for KRS One, Black Thought. Okay, 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 okay. Absol is KRS too. You're right. You're right. Riz, you're right. He officially allowed Absol to call himself KRS too. So, with that in mind, no, I see what you're saying. It's a different era, but he did name him as his direct son. I would prefer Thought, but aesthetically, KRS1 and KRS2 make sense. Someone else besides Biggie. Okay. To trade bars with Cool G. Oh, if he was still alive, Big Pun. God bless the day. God rest in peace, Big Pun. Now, oh man, Big Pun and Cool G Rap. Oh man. Oh man. Yikes. Man. Mm, mm. Nah, Bus wouldn't fit. Bus is more of an originator. Like he'd have to have his own Four Horsemen style album. AZ AZ can definitely keep up with Cool G Rap. Cool G and AZ. Riz, you're thinking of the speed thing. I wouldn't match that. AZ though, King Cypress, AZ. That's not bad. And they all share the same era. That's not bad at all. Bro Tato. Thank you, Cal. Much appreciated. No, but I like that. King Cypress, I like that, sir. I like that AZ pick. Mm, I like that. I like that. Be you wow. Quick little hydration break. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I like that. I like that. AZ and Cool G. Mm-hmm. I can see that. I can see that. Even though AZ's style aesthetically is more Kane than Cool G rap, I like the pairing of it. I like the bars they would have to exchange. Hmm. He doesn't. I like it. Don't please don't Cypress. Please don't get it fucked up. I like it. I'm just thinking about who else would fit. Kind of like who aesthetically would make sense. Hmm. I wish Biggie and oh man, I wish Pun was alive. Oh, I wish Pun was alive. If anybody is sitting on a big Pun verse, pass that over to Cool G Rap. We call it a day. That's the song. For me, that's the record. That's the record. Joel Ortiz maybe, but he's a different era. But he would get busy with G Rap. Or maybe. Oh, wait a minute. If G Rap and Crooked Eye got busy, yeah, that might be it. That also might be it. That also might be it. That also might be it. That would also fit. Crooked Eye. That also would fit. They start talking guns and all kind of, yeah. That also might fit. Hmm. Thank you, Big Sugar. Yes, like Sugar said, we in here talking hip hop. The conversation it has evolved into A&Ring an album between A&R and an album, a group album, and the group is Cool G Rap, KRS One, Rakim, and Big Daddy Kane. Royce fits too, Roy, but I like Crook more for the ability to hit the speed in the multis with G Rap if G Rap goes there. Um, Rest in peace, Sean Price. If I made an album with the folks who passed away, can you imagine a group album with Biggie, Pun, Sean Price, and Prodigy? Excuse me, not Prodigy, Big L. Oh, we lost some real ones. Oh my god. Oh my god, we lost some real ones. Biggie, Pun, Big L, Biggie, Pun, Big L, Shaw Price. Man alive. Live big. Yeah, I see you. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. Pac, Nip, Mac Dre. There's somebody right in the corner of my mind. I'm looking at it. Richie Rich. Richie Rich, not bad. Dub C didn't pass away. Is Dub C didn't pass away, did he? She didn't pass away. Don't do me like that. Oh yeah, ooh, she scared the shit out of me. I don't want to hear that. Females, Light, Lin Q, Latifah gotta eat. Latifah gotta eat. From that era, probably Yo Yo. Boss. Wow. I don't even know if she raps it. Oh man. Well, that I would make that a different album. We just the four mothers of that sound. You got to get Fox, then you got to get Kim in no order. It's got to be Fox and Kim. Um, but they was Trina. Trina is in there. Um, Rhapsody, I could see doing like she would be a disciple of like the Lin Q. I could see her being on that track. Or Bahamadia. Smoke that. Smoke that. Smoke that. Bahamadia. Let's not forget Bahamadia. Smoke that. Oh, the Brat. Yeah, I forgot about the. Yeah, okay. But see, it has to. You need a common thread when you start throwing albums together. Daz has unreleased Pac. That doesn't. Bahamadia and Lauren Hill. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Now we are talking. Bahamadia and Lauren Hill. Clubber Lang, you partial to Jean Grey because you wanted him. That's a name. That's the name spoken by the initiated. You gotta be initiated to be throwing Jean Grey into a conversation that she richly deserves to be in. But you gotta be initiated. That's initiated talk right there. But you're the same one who said yeah, yeah. That's initiated talk. That's initiated talk. I get you. Daz has unreleased pop. Yeah. Oh. Ah, bro, you got enough clout to put this shit together and make a mecha compilation. I wouldn't want to make a compilation. I'd want to like sit everybody down and get it popping. Um, bye bye, Tuffy. Thanks for playing, idiot. There's something deeply wrong with people who hate. Like there's something seriously. You have to be mentally and personality wise and emotionally deficient. There's something seriously wrong with those folks. Like your mother didn't hug you enough as a child. Dead ass. Like you got daddy issues. Something about the silver in my chin is bringing your daddy issues out. Your father didn't like you enough. So you come over here seeking attention and approval. Bored and corny at the same time. And then you run into a buzzsaw in this room. You run into a buzzsaw called B-74. You jump headfirst into the wood chipper known as Big Sugar. And how did that work out for you? You freaking idiot. King Cypress, what you think I'm gonna do? I already told you I'm hollering at First of all, I don't have a line on Ra. Hating is a drug for some people. Yeah, but you know how we feel about crackheads. We don't let them in our circles either. Push, what up? Welcome back. Go and scroll through the chat real quick. Push, you want to see what you missed. We talking real talking here. Just like racists, if they could hate a particular race, they would find if they couldn't hate it. If they couldn't, right? If they couldn't hate a particular race, they would find someone else to. Yeah, yeah. No, I haven't released any footage from any ciphers. I'm gathering content for when the album drops, so I'll have stuff to put out as well as making more fresh stuff. But I want to have a bunch of stuff to just push out. Uh, G Rap and Pusha T. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it. It's that's gonna be difficult for Push to keep up with though. G Rap, you gotta no date on the album yet, Chamber. But when I do, y'all will be the first to know in here. You have to you. I would I would want everybody to go refresh yourself with what Cool G Rap's pen is like. Go get that Live or Let Die album. He's not. It's ugly. G Rap is ugly. Nah, book. I'm with you. We just talking in here. I'm with you. We just talking. Don't stop throwing the names out. Like, we just in here chatting. I just don't want anybody to think that I'm. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's why I might be me specifically in this room. Here's why I might be just a little bit sensitive and being extra careful. I know that we know what it is, but here's why I might just be being a little extra careful. It's because I was in I can't remember what the subject was, but in one of my comment sections, I got a guy going back and forth with me telling me how I think I'm better than people because I have an opinion. And I'm always a little leery when I hear stuff like that from folk because I don't know what or how he gets that impression when I've never ever thought I was better than. Well, there are MCs I'm better than, but that's not. We're talking like skill set and not character. Character wise, I've never said I was better than anybody. People I don't rock with, and there are some people whose character wise I may be, but my opinion is not why. You know, if I'm being a better human being at that moment, it doesn't make me like your insecurity leaking over into this conversation. So I say all that to say it just makes me a little leery, and I'm careful. I don't want anybody thinking that that's how I feel about it. So I'm just being careful. That's all that is. Don't pay me any attention. It's just me being careful. Um, G should stand for God. That man's pen is not to be trifled with. Fats, you talking? People don't fit your category. Some people feel inferior. Yeah, but I want them to go get that handled instead of thinking that I feel that way about you. Like for homeboy on the line, I was like, bro, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. Where's all this energy coming from? It was nasty. I can't lie. I'm excited to hear you have an album coming. Chamber, I got two. I've written two. I've had to stop myself from writing the third one. I'm not gonna start working on the third one until I've at least recorded the first one. I'm just trying to keep some structure here. I just don't want to be rolling all over the place, and I don't want my concepts bleeding over into other projects. And then you start, killing yourself. You start mixing songs, and maybe I should put this one over here and that one goes. Nah, as I have the concept, I write the project. Um, Fully independent, time will tell. You think it could work with an MC with a totally different style? Booker, you talking about the KRS One, Rakim, Kane? Out, we'll call him Mount Rushmore. You talking about the Mount Rushmore album? You think it could work with an MC with a totally different style? You talking about the Mount Rushmore project? Yeah. No, no. I think what we I don't have a project, King. Not yet. It's not. It hasn't dropped yet. But I'll let you know when it drops. Am I going to be fully independent? Chamber Hamilton. Time will tell. I'm not opposed to anything. I'm not taking anything off the table, but we'll see. Um, yeah, it's not out yet, bro. But in this room, you guys will be the first to know. Book, no, I don't think it should work. I don't think it could work. Let me change that. It could work with an MC of any style. I don't think it's a smart move. I don't think it would be a smart move for the album because remember, you still want to appease the core fan base. I think the mistake that a lot of rappers make, a lot of MCs make, is they start doing things for a completely different audience and they ignore their core fan base. And then the core hears it and they're going to be loud about the fact that they don't like it, that you've gone so far left of center from what they showed up for. And they showed up for something specific. They pulled up to hear what they're familiar with. They want you to do what you do, what they've grown to love you for. You start going super away from that, you start looking like you're trying to cater to a whole different audience to the part where you giving them your core, your ass to kiss. The new fans that you're trying to get will probably just ignore you and won't say anything, but the fans you disappoint, there's nothing louder than them. Nothing louder than them. They'll let the whole world know that they think you suck, that this album is trash. There's nothing louder than a disappointed core fan. You let them down, they're going to tell the whole world you are trash. So that's the last thing you want to do is start going so far away from what your core wants that you don't even sound familiar anymore. Um, and yet you're dangling albums over our heads like the sword of Damocles. Bro, I'm getting it. I'm getting it together. I'm getting God willing, my first album will be ready to be released this year. Like God willing. And I promise you that's the plan. It won't take me long to record it. I literally just have to get it together. But between juggling like all the things happening, aka the new show, and the new show is taking work like that's got to start taking care of itself, and I don't want to take my eyes off of the ball before I stop everything and start recording this project. I promise you that's all though. And once I get started, rolling, rolling, I have the album committed to memory before I go in, so it'll just be a matter of getting the right take. And as much as I go over my material, it King Cypress, I'm referring to the Mech and Gat show, the new show. Gat Taylor, from formerly of My Expert Opinion, me, formerly of My Expert Opinion, have a brand new show. We are the official podcast of World Star. That's the new show. That's so I'm keeping that. We're on YouTube, the Mech and Gat Show. You can go over there and subscribe. We're gonna start posting the clips. Everything's on the incline as we speak. It's just a matter of, like I said, keeping my eye on the ball and making sure that nothing falls off. And then I'll be able to focus. Once this thing is like running on its own, I'll be able to head on over and really buckled down recording, and I'm predicting that I'll be halfway done with the first halfway done with the I'll probably be done with the album by the end of the summer. I'm not gonna hold you. I will most likely be done recording the first album by the end of summer. You know what? I got you. I got you right now. Leave it to me, sugar. I already know. There you go. Bong. Mech and Gat Show. The year is almost over and you haven't recorded anything yet. I don't record until I'm done. It's a method I learned on making albums from sitting at the feet of a couple of masters. I don't like going in. First of all, I don't write in the studio. Jesus Christ, let me say that out loud right now. For any MCs who are in this chat, do not get into the habit of writing in the studio. You are literally paying someone to allow you to work. I don't know how y'all do it. All this I'm trying to catch a vibe and all that good stuff. That you need to find a cheaper way to catch a vibe. You are literally paying by the hour to write. And with that in my brain, that kind of pressure just eliminates anything dope that I could come up with. I'm just remembering that I'm on the clock. It's not how that goes. Again, if it works for you, Calvin, you're right. Pac had that thing, but again, let me put something else on. Um, Clubber Lang, salute. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for joining the crew. Um, Let me put you on to something, Calvin. And you said unless you're Pac recorded in the studio. I don't know if you guys saw the movie or the doc. I don't even remember which one it was, but like when Pac was ready to leave death row, he found out that he owed a ton of money. I promise you, without even seeing it, I'm willing to bet money. A good chunk of those expenses, studio time. You sit up in these ultra expensive ass studios, ultra expensive studios, few $100s an hour, and you're in there smoking, drinking, partying, eating, and catching a vibe. And meanwhile, as you're doing all this, clock's ticking. Clock's ticking. Another hour go by. Another hour go by. Another hour go by, and they just charging you. That's how so many artists got caught up as far as like not being able to recoup. So many artists from the 90s got caught up. Not being able to, you owed more money than you made because you used the studio like it was an office, like it was a club, like it was a strip club, like it was a diner, like it was a five-star restaurant. You just started using studio time to do all other kinds of shit. And meanwhile, you are racking up a bill like you would not believe. Nasty work. Nasty work. I really wish like it was a hotel. Yeah, falling asleep in there. I've seen it all. I've seen it all, and I've seen how those bills stack up. And it's nasty, bro. It's not. They don't tell you that the studio ain't owned by the label, or they're renting this spot, and you're paying for it, and they're paying out of pocket, but you got to pay them back, and all that money got to get returned. Excuse me, Riz. I ain't even think about. I didn't even mention the engineer yet. I'm just talking about being in there. I'm just talking about being in there. It's nasty, bro. It's not you would. I don't know if they're trying to floss necessarily. I think what happens is they're under the impression that this is free. They're being led to believe that this is free, or that the label, the label will tell you, well, we're taking care of it. Sounds good. And yeah, they're taking care of it. That just means they're paying it now, but you got to pay them back. I'm not sure how, like, I'm not sure how those conversations happen, but if somebody from the label says, "Oh, the label will take care of it," they will. They're still charging you for it, though. They're still charging you for it. Pac owed mad money, and I'm almost positive that if you went back and looked at those expenses, I'd bet you a dread that a good chunk. I won't even speculate, but a good chunk was studio time if he recorded the way people said he did. Exactly, because the label is paying, so they don't think it's coming out of their pocket. Label gotta recoup. Label's going to recoup. Ain't no getting around that. They want their money back, and it's their money. They want their money back. One of the things we did at Viper, um, when I was running Viper, we allowed artists to bring us their albums completed and done, so they don't really know the business. B-74, they know what they're told. They know what they're told, and getting all of the information, having all the information, providing an artist all of the information isn't the smartest move for a label that's looking to turn a profit. Yeah, JB is right. Like, a lot of them are learning as they go, and the problem is you learn after the fact. How about this? How about this? Did you know that if you allow for that studio to pay for, if you allow for the label to pay for your studio session, that's how they own your masters. They paid for the masters to be created, so they own your masters, and you can't figure out how did they get my masters, because they spent the money for you to work on it. It's literally like work product. It's IP that you did on the company time, like any other kind of company. You sitting there doing, if you create the cure for cancer on the job in a research facility being paid for by this huge corporation, they own it. It doesn't matter if you came up with it. You came up with it on their time. They own it. It belongs to them. You don't get to walk out the door with it. You created it with their material. Push, be safe. Be safe, man. Take it light. Um, you created it with their material, their resources. They own it. You want to know how somebody owns your masters? Because you recorded on their dime. You created that song and mixed and that and did all that stuff. You did it on their dime. So they own it. When I was doing my thing over at Viper, we told people, bring us your album completely finished. If we gotta pay to get it done, we're gonna need ownership in it. And I would rather us not do that. I would rather you own your product all out. So bring it on over to us once it's completed. But don't bring it to us and then, like, can y'all pay for the studio time? Okay, but now we own that song. Or at least, me trying to be as fair as I can be, we're gonna co-own that record. You don't own it outright. We own a part of it. We paid to get it done. And that's what people don't think about. These are the kind of things that artists find out as they go. King is a label that I used to yeah, it's an independent label. It's the owner retired. It's not up anymore. But these skateboard decks are some of the projects that we put out, with the exception of that one, because that's me. But these are all albums that we released under Viper during my tenure. It's the reason for the decks. Yo, Riz, good for you, man. Good for you. That's what's up. Good for you. Yeah, I had a Pone. Salute to Uncle Pone. One time in the building. One of the original mechanics, Uncle Pone. One of the dudes I had one of these like live conversations with was me and Pone. Salute. Respect, King. Thank you for pulling up. Yeah, man. All of these are Viper albums. All of these are albums of it that we put out during my run. And did good work. We did good work. I'm not mad. Um, yeah, but he didn't release an album, Clubber. He didn't. These are only the albums that actually came out. He didn't release an album, so I don't have that deck. He never released that album um, during my time there. So yeah, yeah, Riz Tech. He never released the album, so that's why his deck's not up here. That's why there's no deck. He didn't put out his album during my run. These only represent the albums that came out while I was there. But we never he never put the album out, so there's no deck there. Um, 250,000 for a label to break a record. Um, um, really depends on what you want to do. Kenny Mac, salute King. One time for DC. Chicken wings and mumbo sauce for everybody. Please and thank you. If you could pull back around with that, we would be eternally grateful. Chicken wings and mumbo sauce, enough for the room. Please and thank you. And send the bill to me. I got it. But like we need that. Yeah, Kenny, come on, man. Nah, chicken wing. No. If it's coming out of DC, I need the chicken wings and mumbo sauce. He know what it is. He knows what it is. He knows what it is. I'm talking to him specifically. He knows what's happening. Please and thank you. If you would be so kind. Hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. GTA resigned. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I knew he would though. I knew he would. He wasn't gonna leave. I knew he would. He ain't gonna bounce. He ain't gonna bounce. Um, if $250,000 to break a record, um, raw, as in like no one's ever heard of this person before, you taking it from start to finish. Shout out to CJ the kid. $5 super chat. Respect King. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do a skit on my IG on the Mech Live. Hopefully, it brings more people here to grow this space. Oh man, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. If it works, I'm all for it. The goal is to get to 10K, hopefully by the end of the summer. With the launch of the podcast, so I'm expecting this channel to, excuse me, I'm expecting the subscribers on this channel to pick up. I just don't want to lose y'all. You dig? I don't want anybody from my immediate cipher getting bled out or getting priced out, so to speak. So I don't want to lose y'all. Um, to be positive, quiet, recording, rise up on trade, having a hit with it in the UK and beyond. Then seeing how much of it she gets compared to us was an eye opener. Yeah, man. Yeah, first things first. You got to pay back everything. One time from North Carolina. Shout out, book. Um, yeah, bro. First things first. You got to pay back all the money it costs to make. Then the marketing like never stops unless you have somebody. Unless you have somebody who's already famous, it kind of cuts down on some of that cost. If somebody who already has a name, already has a platform, can champion you, makes things a lot different. It doesn't make it free, but it 100% cuts down on a lot of that smoke. What Kendrick Lamar was able to do for Baby Keem, that's what I'm talking about. Keem didn't have to. I'm pretty sure Keem didn't have to spend that the same amount of money as someone like who's dope, but like Millie's or like Al Bial. You dig what I mean? Like talent's not the factor. People don't gravitate towards talent. There's so many people who are making music. You got to be able to sift through all the noise, and there's a lot of noise out there. So it's different. But if you got somebody famous, you know what Jay was able to do for J. Cole. It's different. It's oh shit, word. You know, it's different. You know, Pharrell was already up and running when he put us onto the clips, when he did Grinding. Now the song was amazingly dope, but imagine if Pharrell wasn't in the video. And that was at a time when Pharrell couldn't do anything wrong. He could fart on a record and it would sell. So that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that 250,000 is like a real number. What do you think of the 30-year anniversary tour for Hove? I think it's dope. I think it's dope. I'm mad that he, did a partnership with Target. Um, I'm mad he did a partnership with Target, but I'm reserving judgment until I see how the whole thing plays out. I said this. I think we talked about this yesterday. It's I've learned to hang on a second when it comes to Hove and just wait and see what happens because last time I got tight at him when I felt he was undercutting the movement, he was telling everybody we were past kneeling when it came to Kaepernick, and then next thing I know, he's in this position in the NFL. And he gives us performances by Kendrick Lamar, super political, Bad Bunny, super political. Like you dig what I mean? So I've learned to just kick it for a second. He ain't getting one partner with Target. Yeah, we know. But he's the biggest name, and it hits different when he does it. He doesn't get judged and looked at the same way everybody else does. Watch yesterday's live. She's right. With that said, I've had y'all on here far too long. I need everybody to go and enjoy the rest of their Friday. Get your weekend started. Maybe have silent chamber. Literally, go watch yesterday's live. Like literally, go watch yesterday's live. You are on. Go watch yesterday. I won't say nothing. Go watch yesterday's live. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. In the meantime, in between time, brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, this has been the Garage, home to the worldwide mechanics. I'm your lead mechanic, Mike Rashawn. I want to thank everybody for pulling up and rocking with me on this live. But go on, hang up your tool belt, hang up your coveralls. Let's get this car off the rack and see where we at. I will be back in this thing like I never left. God willing, 5 o'clock tomorrow. But make sure you hit that little alarm bell so you know when I'm pulling up. Again, hit the likes, hit the hypes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Trying to get this channel up to 10K before the summer's over. And yeah, please do me a favor. Enjoy your weekend. Don't get kicked in the teeth by Big Sugar coming in this room. As always, we keep the vibes right. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. I will see y'all again tomorrow. Um, have the best time you can. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out here. The garage is not officially closed for the evening. Y'all be good. Peace.